Hello everyone, this is Akang Suman here. Now we are going to discuss the planetary gear train. We have studied that the epicyclic gear train, that means apart from the axis of the rotation of the gear, if any axis of the gear is in rotation with respect to some other axis of the gear, is considered as a epicyclic gear train. Okay, it may be simple epicyclic, compound, reverted, like that. But what is planetary gear train? This is the part of the epicyclic gear train. This is actually the epicyclic gear train. Okay, so we have classified into different form, that is epicyclic gear train, because it is having ring gear, it is having sun gear, so that's why we have classified it into the next category. That but this is generally the epicyclic gear train. Okay, so in the planetary gear train you can see the biggest gear in the diagram. This is the biggest gear. Okay, this is called the ring gear. Okay, this is ring gear. If you are not able to see what is written here, that I am writing here, ring gear, or it is called the annular gear. Okay, this is the biggest gear of the planetary gear train, and you can see this is the smallest gear. This is the center gear. You can see here at the center there is a gear which is considered as a sun gear. This is the sun gear. This is the smallest circle of the planetary gear train. Or here you can see there are three gears which is between the sun gear and the ring gear, so that is known as the planet gear. Here it is written planet gear train, so that is planet gears, or you can call it as pinion. Sometimes it is called it as pinion. Okay, so planet gears, and all are having the same size. All the planet gears are having the same size, and the planet gears are connected to the shaft of the sun gear by the arm. This is the arm. You can see here, this is arm, or it is sometimes called as a spider. Sometimes it is called as a spider. Okay, either it is called as arm or spider, both the things are same. So this is basically the planetary gear train, and this is by nature they are epicyclic. I am writing again, by nature they are epicyclic. By nature they are epicyclic. So here I am just drawing the another rough diagram, so we will see some more things in the planetary gear train from the numerical point of view. So this is a ring gear, and this is sun gear. Okay, and there are the pinions. Okay, this is a rough diagram. Okay, pinion are in number of pinions are more than one. Okay, and they all are having the spider. This is the spider which is connected to the shaft of the sun gear. Okay, it is rotated about the shaft of the sun gear, and this is sun gear, and this is pinion, and this is the ring gear. So I am naming is at the D. D is a ring gear. Okay, so you can see in the diagram, this is the radius of the gear D. This is the radius of the ring gear. Okay, so this is the radius of the ring gear RD, which is equal to the radius of sun gear. Yes or no? This is the radius of the sun gear from here to here, and this is the diameter of the pinion. So I'm just writing here RS plus diameter of the pinion, that can written as 2 multiply radius of pinion. So if you want to extend it, so we all know that the radius is equal to module multiplied number of teeth by 2, mt by 2. We all know that. So we can extend it, that is mt d by 2. This is very important relations in the numerical point of view. When we solve the numericals on the planetary gear train, these relations would be used. Okay, so you just have to understand how we can get the radius in radius relation in terms of the number of teeth. So that would be mts by 2 plus 2 multiply mtp by 2. So finally we will get the relations, that is Td is equal to Ts plus, doesn't matter how many how many pinions or how many planet gears are there, the relation would be like that. Okay, so that is 2 multiply Tp. Okay, so this is the final relation. You must have to remember how we get this relation, using the radius, because radius relations are like that. The radius of the ring gear is equal to radius of sun gear plus diameter of pinion, and diameter of pinion is written as 2 multiply radius. Okay, so finally we will get this relation. So why we, because the module is same. I am hearing, you can see here that I have written module as same module. That means the module of pinion is equal to module of sun gear, that is the module of the ring gear. Why? Because all are meshing with each other, so that means all are mating gears, and we know that for mating gears module are same. For mating gears module are same. For mating gears module are same. Okay, so that's why I have written here the same module, that is m. Okay, and that would be cancel out to each other. So finally we will get the relations Td is equal to Ts plus 2 times Tp. Okay, so what is the m? Generally in the planet gear train, number of planets are more than one. In the planet gear train, I'm saying again that in planet gear trains, generally number of planets are more than one. Why more than one? I have said that in the planet gear train, generally number of planets, that means the number of planet gears are more than one. Why? What is the reason? If they ask you in the interview why we use the number of planet gears more than one, so the reason, first reason is just because of balancing. Because if there are one planet gears, there will be a unbalance. Okay, but if we use 3 planet gears, you can see there is a balancing. So just first reason is balancing. I am not saying there are only 3 planets, but maybe number of planets gear can be used, but more than one planet gears can be used generally. The first reason is just because of balancing, and the second reason, more high, or you can say high power transmission. Just for high power transmission. High power transmission. Okay, high power transmission. So there are 2 reasons why we use more than one planet gears in the why we use more than one planet gears in the planet gear train. So first reason is balancing, and the second reason is high power transmission. So that was the planetary gear train. That is a part of that is generally epicyclic gear train, because they are by nature they are epicyclic. Okay, and from the numerical point of view, this relation is important. We have seen that what is the relations in the planet gear trains. If you are talking about the number of teeth, we have a relations. If you are talking about the number of radius of the gear trains, we have a relations. Okay, so this is the completely planetary gear train. I hope you will able to understand the topic. We will do the numerical questions, so it would be easy to understand, because in the GATE examinations generally they ask you the numericals. Okay, so thank you.